Welcome, everybody, to the OG's Power Hour. Tony can't join us today. He's taking his mom to the doctors. We're waiting for John Berfelo. He should be doing push-ups about now. Anyway, I just figured I'd jump on and just start off the show. We called this one For the Love of the Plant. And I think that's really part of everything that happens when we start growing this plant is we fall in love with her, whether it's because we're taking her as a medicine. And there is Brother John.
Hi, guys.
I said, are you done your push-ups, John?
Just did them, Peak State.
Okay, well, I'll keep yapping. You post your push-ups so we don't get into trouble about your not posting.
Here you go. Here I am talking about having to go live. I got to go live, but I got to do push-ups first, guys. It's like, yes, yes, yes. Because every day and every way we get stronger and stronger with the push-up. Understand a pattern interrupt? Is Ken sending me a link and interrupting my pattern this morning? He sent it by email, and it's a holiday today. Did you know that? Happy Holiday Monday.
Well, happy Cannabis Day. You know, we missed it by a couple of days, but that's okay. We got the 4th of July tomorrow as well. For all of our good friends in the U.S. John, you post your push-ups, man. You got to focus, okay? We don't want to do a pattern interrupt on that because then you get in trouble.
I now have another What's Up group for my my Tony Robbins world. That's a Peak State push for our Tony world. And you know what? I'm going to honestly say you guys all suck. Because I can say that within one day, I got like 15 people posting their push-ups, and these guys are doing it in boardrooms. These guys are pulling on the side of the road. I got guys sitting in, and it's just amazing and how you can change your physiology, change your focus, change your pattern with a simple push-up. Peak State performance, guys. It's beautiful.
So were you doing your push-ups beside the elephants in Africa, last week?
Yep.
Did you post those on IG?
Yep.
Cool. So I called this show for the
rhinos.
You had rhinos running at you while you were doing push-ups.
My dad wind up the clock. I'm in the middle of this. Let me finish. 80 things going on here.
You continue. I'm going to put you on mute so we don't have to listen to you. Okay, so now that John's back on mute here, as I said, in Dad, okay, yeah. So for the love of the plant, and as I was saying, is whether you're using it medicinally or you're using it for the joy of using it, it is the plant that gives us a connection to everything that's around us. That's why when we grow, we end up, if you're moving to a living soil, you start growing vegetables because you find out that it's really,
I'm like, you muted me. Like, that's a lie. It's a complete lie. Just saying.
What? For the love of the plant. Yeah, sure. I love you, John. Now, shh, quiet. Oh, yeah, and he left himself off mute. I'm going to have to mute him again, the rotten bugger. Hey, diggity. So, guys, when you start growing the vegetables, because you realize just how unhealthy what we're consuming actually is, it's the love of the plant turns into the love of yourself and your body. John talks about peak state. Well, you can't have that real true peak state if you're not, considering what you're putting into your body for your own health. John's been in several accidents. He's fallen 28 feet onto concrete. There's so much that's happened in his life that he has overcome with the use of this plant, but with also the use of his mind and, envisioning where he wants to go and why he wants to go there. That's why he ended up in South Africa. That's why, he's got guys on his WhatsApp group in the boardroom doing push-ups because that's what it takes to win in real life. But John eats healthy. He drives himself. The guy's a maniac, okay? I love the man, but he's an absolute maniac. But there's a maniac with purpose there because he's trying to bring this plant and this understanding to a global audience. And that's where we're pushing the knowledge of biology, whether it's in us or in our soils or in our plants. Yeah, and there goes John. Okay. No, man, I muted you. There you go.
I think it's called peak state. So it's always about changing your physiology, changing your focus, changing your pattern, guys. Let's really talk about a peak state performance and what takes us to grow and why we do this, right? Why doesn't Ken what? I missed that. Ken, why don't you?
It said that my mic is crackling a little bit. So are you crackling?
Wait a second here. Because John's got several groups going now. So here's another one. It's called Buffalo One's Billionaires. So this is the Africa group. Cool. Here you go. You got a whole office room of doing push-ups right now. Check this out. Isn't that hilarious? The whole office, they're all getting to doing peak state. And this is in, I don't know where this is.
In Africa somewhere.
No, it's not in Africa. Please. I never shy away from a challenge.
Oh, cool.
Love it. So
that's what it takes.
And it's a challenge. You got here. Look at this, guys. Look at all these people doing push-ups. These guys are Buffalo Ones. So this is our Africa group. And we went to Africa. It's all the Tony Robbins, of course. And these guys are trainers. These are business owners. There are so many demographics of people. I got Italy. We got Germany. We got Dubai. We got US. I all over the world here right now.
That's on WhatsApp.
In WhatsApp. Well, this is going to be I'm going to start another group.
Mm-hmm.
This is specifically for my Tony Robbins world. So it's really pushing peak state for us business owners and other people just to kind of step up for people.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a peak state push for people. You'll be seeing this. And this is going to be, well, it's going to be kind of fun, guys. We're going to do peak state push for people event. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm starting an event. I'm actually at the city of Abbotsford. I've been putting some guidelines down. I'm going to do a peak state push for people involving cannabis and growing. It'll be a one-day event. It'll be some people coming in. We're bringing in Brittany. We're going to bring in Asia. We're going to bring in some other people from ARC Cannabis. We're going to talk about the RRCBC. We're going to talk about really the legalization of where we are today and why we've pushed for where we are and to keep pushing forward for the new generation. It's about the push, how we got to where we are with a simple daily ritual, which is standing up for what we believed in. It's for growth. It's for contribution, and it's for love. It's the love of the plant. It's the love for you. And it's the love that just keep pushing forward for what we can do. Future pacing ourselves for that future is how we keep pushing, guys. Yes. So stay tuned for more from this guy because we're always stepping up.
And when's the event? Okay, do you have a date set or?
Well, the date's going to get set today. I have meetings coming into town. I got people coming in here today. We actually got the backyard set up. I'm going to be kind of going over some meetings, and then we're going to start planning these. And I'm going to like the 42 live for the 42 people that left us to where we are. Remember those 42 people in our lives? But there's 42 people before us that got us to where we are today with all of these dabs and these rigs. And Jerry Martin is one of those 42 to remember, along with Greg Williams and Paul Hornby and Randy Kane and Jason Wilcox and Horatio and Bert and Cora and Tracy Curley and Frenchie Cannoli and Franco. Hear the names I'm mentioning, guys? These are all the great ones that got us to where we are today. Let's remember that. Remember the 42 people alive today that keep growing forward. They keep bringing this plant to its future right? The future growth, the future part of where we're going. And of course, I got the seeds growing right now. We got the trifecta pack. I'm out right now, so I'm going to get some more seeds coming from 710 Canuck. And you start seeing more growth with what you grow from you. The growth that you get from a simple seed or a simple push-up or simple believing in where you're coming from. Because if I can do it, you can do it better, can't you? Challenge you. I'm challenging you right there to a 30-day push-up challenge. Yes. It's called peak state, guys. Change your physiology, change your focus, change your language, and say yes to your growth. This is when we start planting seeds, guys. For me, I always sow my seeds on July 1st, Cannabis Day. You see this in me for decades. And I start from seed. 6 weeks later, I get to know if it's a male or female, middle of August. And it goes down September, October, November. And I have a beautiful Christmas Kush. That's how MediKush started, guys. MediKush seed was popped on Cannabis Day in 2005. See the goosebumps?
The hair is sticking up, man. Well, you put that on your IG. I was watching that today. And you had the glass in front of you full of water. You had the packs of seeds in front of you.
Today, I will do the next thing here. And as you can see, oh yeah, I just looked at this. Got to do a video. They're now all starting to pop little things. You can see them all coming in there. So this will be my next video.
No, we saw nothing. We saw nothing. It was I was
all
outside the camera.
Got the little horns coming out now, and this is what's so beautiful here right now, guys. You know what's so great about this is doing it here live with you guys, and that's what it's all about. And when we go live, we go, wow, take a look at that. We got 4 beautiful sprouts coming out here now. And this is just going to be the next step. Of course, we got the OG Power Hour here live. Me, you guys. And now it's paper towel method. This is when we get a piece of paper towel. We pour this in the paper towel and we let it go for another day or two and let those start popping, in which we get a cup. You know, paper towel method. I have 3 start method for how I do my seeds. So we're going to get growing here, guys. And this is going to be fantastic. I got you guys. I got these seeds. And I got 4 more from my outdoor grow. Right? Yeah. These are my 4 indoor. But, of course, we can have our 4 outdoor. And because these are feminized seeds, MediKush feminized right here, right now. And what do we got in there? There they are. Woo! Yes. Okay, paper towel method is next. You got this, guys? You got this, Ken?
Right on, guys.
Yeah. So, paper towel method, round 3.
So that's the beauty of what we do here, guys. Like John just did a video and posted that up onto IG live on the show.
I am making it simple. I'm making it so simple. You don't need a lab. You don't need all this. I'm here. Plate.
Paper towel.
Paper towel. And some water. All right. I'm going to film this because this is really important that I actually show these methods. And it's important that we show this to others. This video that I had on YouTube got 5.5 million views before they took it down. Why 5.5 million views before they take it down? I asked that question. And it bothered me. But then I thought 5.5 million people started from seed. Yes. Think of that.
Good point. Good point.
5 million saw that video. And it created a ripple effect around the world. So don't ever kid yourself. When you do something and it gets seen, that one person shares it with another. I'm going to say something right now. You can't help everybody. Because I try to help everybody. But guess what? Everybody here can help somebody. And that is what we call a changing force in this world. You have the ability to make change by just helping another person. And if everybody helps somebody, then we all start what? Changing and growing.
Yeah.
I love that, you know, because of what I was saying. Yesterday was history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why they call it the present, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So live in your present. Live in the gift that you got given, which is today. Today's the day we grow together, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because, guys, I know it. It is in a 1/10 of a second, life changes. Like, you know, it can be gone that fast. So live your life, you know. But
Jerry Martin, blessed brother, you know, after your passing, and Jerry started, you know, he's selling hard drugs and everything in a trailer, and he went around really trying to have drugs change for everybody. And it's sad that he actually passed away from an overdose.
Yeah,
and it was said a heart attack. I'm hearing overdose. I don't know what of or what it was.
Yeah.
We do know that Jerry pushed his limits and he wanted to be free.
Yeah.
He went back into an energy source. He wanted to go where he wants to be right now. He made a good choice of where he wanted to be. The choice is what you want to make. Your choice is what you decide you want to do and not anybody else's. And that's what we call true freedom. Freedom comes with your choice of what your ability is to for what you want to do for you.
Mm-hmm.
We all have our own heroic, unique identity, all of our own who we are.
Yeah.
Who are you? Because I'm sure not James Dean. I'm not Clint Eastwood.
Oh, I don't know, man. You got the muscles of Clint now. I mean, I've seen your pipes, man. Come on.
I'm not a rock star. I'm John Berfelo. Actually, I'm Johnny fucking B. You know, and I love
Crazy B man
for who I am. I love growth. I love contribution. Yeah. I love variety and uncertainty. I love a little bit of significance. I love you guys. I love growth.
Yeah.
I'm just in that state of well-being after Africa and seeing what I got to see and doing what I got to do. Wow. I pushed him some limiting beliefs. How about this? Doctor said I could not do certain things. Told me I could not white river raft, could not go white water river rafting. It would be too hard on my neck. There's something I could do. I could not bungee jump or do anything like that. Well, I went white water river rafting and I did not want to go. Then I got in there and I did it. And I'm like, this was easy. It was a limiting belief. What's your limiting belief? What's holding you back from what you need to do for you? That's the question. Why aren't you growing your life? What was that limiting belief that stuck you in that belief where you are right now? I believe because doctors told me and people told me that I couldn't do it. Then I did it for me. Could I do it? Yeah, because it was my choice to make the decision that I felt that it was the best time of my life to actually make that choice.
Mm-hmm.
I went white water.
If it went the other way, you would understand why, because you made the choice. But in that moment, that's the right choice.
That was the limiting belief I thought I could not do, and I did it.
Mm-hmm.
How about this? I gotta show you guys this one. I'm just gonna let the guys on. So here's a limiting belief that I could not do. Mm-hmm. I love this. My dad winded up the clock, by the way, so it's like clock is 100 years old, and I got things going on. I really truly believed that I cannot go bungee jumping. Oh, by the way, guys, yeah. Me with the rhinos. Well, that's the Buffalo ones just loving it, right? So the Buffalo ones were created because we saw the buffaloes and the rhinos. So here we are, guys. We're in Africa. We're doing some awesome stuff. I'm doing push-ups everywhere because that's what John does. We all know that.
Oh yeah, I definitely do. Yep. On the side of the road.
That's. So that's cool. That's pretty. But what I really want to show you guys is something that I stepped into, which was deciding that I could do something that I was not going to do for me. I figured, okay, you know what? This is too hard to do. I don't know if I could ever do this. It's so easy. I got some people that's messaging me like crazy. It's awesome.
And see, that's that Johnny F&B, you know.
So, wait a second here. Here we are.
Yeah.
There I am on a platform doing push-ups, guys. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm getting so many messages. I'm sorry.
So looking down over that cliff, in that moment of time, John, where were you?
Okay, here I know I'm trying here with you guys.
and up,
Good push-ups. Here we go, guys.
and they hook you in.
Boom.
And down you go.
They threw me.
Baby.
And you can see me down there.
Yeah.
Okay, enough groups going on. Sorry, guys. It's like, the thing is you have no idea how much my phone goes off. I get 300 or 400 messages a day, so sometimes I don't get back to everybody. I pushed through a limiting belief, guys.
Yeah.
I truly believed I could not do it. And they said, yeah, you can. I said, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it with a push-up. They're like, huh? I'm going to do a push-up, and you can throw me down head first. I'm like, okay.
And that in that moment of time, John, what was going through your brain, man? Seriously.
This is crazy. What am I doing? I'm doing push-ups jumping over a cliff. Am I that awesome? Yes.
Yeah. Willing to push the boundaries.
Push your life. I would not be here today talking with you if I did not push myself through my injuries, if I did not make the decision to grow, if I did not push the government to help make change, if me and Jason Wilcox did not make the decision to push forward and fight for our right to grow our own, you guys would not be growing, would we? We'd be doing it under prohibition right now. Legalization happened with a push. Everything happens with a push. Everything you do starts with a push of believing in what you want to do right now. Don't live for tomorrow. Live for today. Because what did I say before? Yesterday was history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. So live in the present, guys. Live for the now. Do what you need to do for you. And that's why I've just started to plant some seeds. Get your life growing. Do what you love to do. I'm sitting in an airport coming back from Africa, talking with the head professor out of Saskatchewan who teaches biology.
Oh, my dream seat, man. What the hell?
35 years of
show,
being
man.
on biology. And we had a great conversation. He's in Saskatoon. I forgot his name. He is the head professor at the Saskatoon College, and I talked to him about the OG Power Hour and all about the Biology Network and Av Singh and Ken Somerville. Ken, he already knows who you are. Your job now is to contact him. That's it. Okay. He is the head professor at the Saskatoon College, and he teaches biology for 35 years. That's not too hard. I figured, you know what? You guys need to connect. I had a great conversation about a half an hour. I kept trying to get a little bit of leverage, trying to see if I can get that conversation going. It took a little bit of time, but Tony taught me very well. He slowly opened it up to me. And I wrote down some books that I wanted to get. So I got some books. I texted you that book. Remember I said, what's this? I said that was a book?
No, I didn't get that text.
Yeah, you did.
Did I? I don't remember anything about a book. You can Brooks is not
Darcy Rock is real. Oh no, sorry, wrong guy. That's the guy.
That's a totally
different. And Stella by James Diamonds. Guns, Gems, and Stella by Jared Diamonds. So this is Guns, Gems, and Stella. I might be saying it wrong. We're gonna find it out. I came on Tuesday at 11 a.m. because of course it was 11 a.m. and I was in like 10 o'clock in the morning in Germany.
Yeah.
See that? You like a new film? This is a book about biology. And
okay. Yes. Yes.
So you're going to get a hold of this gentleman. I should have put his name in there, but I didn't. But we're definitely going to do some more.
I know Av Singh's going to know the guy. If he's into biology and regenerative, Av's going to know him. So.
Exactly. Yeah. He is the head professor at the Saskatoon College, and I mentioned Av Singh and that you guys and you know what? This is where we make a difference. And I said we're done. He goes, "Yeah, we're done. 20 years." He even said it. If we got that long, that long,
and that's what I say.
Trees die. I'm starting to see dying trees. Why are trees dying from the top? Okay, this is a root problem. No, this is a nutrient uptake problem. Plants have there's something going on. I saw in Africa. I saw it. I'm starting to recognize some things. So guys, this is a real true thing of what's going on in our world and what we can do about it. It's called you making a difference for us. How about that? You making a difference for all of us. We have the ability to make change. Now is the time. It's all about the biology.
No cell can divide without it.
And the best thing about this is really understanding the people who are doing it, the ones that have the education, the knowledge, and the background, who have actually been putting their foot to the pavement, who have actually had their hands in the soil and be doing it, like Leighton Morrison, like Gav Singh, like all these people around the world, like Gary Ellis is trying to make change, like Ken Somerville is really putting everybody on the platform to get the education out there and is learning himself every day and applying these knowledge. How much fish amino acids have you made? How much of that are we just giving away to people just to pour on the ground? Why aren't we just making it freely and doing it to our grass outside? Ken? Why aren't we making more labs? Why are we not getting people to start generating and making this for their just whole yard?
Some people actually do, John, and that's the
then this is we need to learning. We need to start teaching, because as we grow our own weed, we got to grow our own medicine, we got to grow our own food, we got to look at the biology that's growing this, right?
Well, because if we lose the biology, we're all toast. But I think one of the things we really got to think about is the ocean, guys, because where does the bulk of the oxygen on this planet come from? It isn't actually from the forest. It isn't from the Amazon. It's from the water. It's from the oceans. It's from the algae. And that's something that we really gotta look at. But we had Dr. Elaine Ingham. She's been doing this stuff for, well, she turned 71 on the show on last Monday, but she's going down to Sri Lanka to work with the farmers down there. And she's just using compost and the understanding that it's all about the biology. And without the biology, the plant can't grow. But there's a lot of components, like there's the water component as well. There's the energetic. It's part of it's the farmer. John, you know this, where if you're focused on your plants and health and joy and happiness, your plants respond to you. You walk into the room and you see when a plant's having a problem, because that's just who John is. And you're so in tune with that environment. And John's just listening away, not to me, but to somebody else. Yeah.
I apologize, guys, because I got a lot of groups here. I had to post in my other group because I was like I'm not just pushing push-ups on Instagram for you guys. I post push-ups on Instagram for private groups, and I'm going to post more stuff that's going on. I would really, really love to hear what your daily routine is. What gets you going every day? What do you have as a ritual? What gets you to that next level? What gets you growing? What gets you going?
Yeah. And it's, if you're not writing it down, you know, if it's not down on paper, then it's never going to actually happen.
From Peter Swain. Peter Swain's another one of our brothers in Tony's world. And you can be proud or rich. 52 life lessons. You know what I like about this book? Doesn't matter what you do, you can just open it up. And let's get page 17 right now. Fail, learn, grow, succeed, and repeat. I love this. It's what we're doing here, guys. We fail, we learn, we grow, we succeed, and repeat. Let's say that together. Fail, learn, grow, succeed, repeat. When you don't achieve your outcome, you have three choices. Quit, continue to do the same thing, learn, and adapt.
Bingo.
Okay? We're here to learn and adapt. And that's what we're doing to the new growth that we have going on in Canada. It's called legalization. And with the prohibition and with all of the guys that we sit there, we stood up for our rights on Cannabis Day and they shut us down. One thing they said, we can give weed away freely. We can smoke it freely and we can really enjoy the freedom of having weed, but you cannot sell it. You cannot sell it. But you can freely sell things around it. If you sell accessories to kids, you get a $590 fine. If you sell weed, they're going to give you a $590 fine. They're not going to put you in jail. They're going to fine you these days, guys. But understand, with legalization, we can change and we can learn and adapt. A and B are failures. C is simple feedback, right? Learn and adapt is just simple feedback. A and B is a pure failure. Quit, continue to do the same thing. That's called failing. See where you are. No, see where you can be.
Mm-hmm.
Keep saying I'm good where I am. You're cheating yourself. Understand that. All three options are your choice. So if you don't choose option A or B, did you choose to fail?
Oh, hell no.
Option A or B, didn't you choose to fail? The greatest thing about the secret of option C is that your success becomes almost inevitable. Remember that. Learn and adapt. Try to learn, adapt, rather rinse and repeat. Eventually, you will succeed. Einstein once said, failure is success is progress. I never knew that. Einstein once said, failure is success in progress. And let's be honest, he was pretty smart, wasn't he? Everyone you admire tries, fails, tries again. Find a way, learn, adapt, and accelerate your life. Boom.
Yep.
You can get this on Amazon, by the way. You can be proud and rich, 52 life lessons. Of course, I'm reading this. If you want to know the books that I'm reading, I got you. They're not just on cannabis. Believe me.
Do you have them on your website, John? Do you have a book list on your website yet?
That might be something I should get on there. This is a good one here right now, guys. Inflation. You got to really know the inflation, what's going on in the world. Okay. Really, 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 really key book. Tells you why prices are getting so high. And let me tell you, there is something called the road to less stupid. Right?
Big time.
Know your optics. And if you really, really want to step up in your life, you better know one thing in your life. You better know how to master your money, because money masters the game. This book here changed my life 3 years ago. It really got me into really understanding how you can set yourself up to win. And of course, Dean's got this book. It's called Millionaire Success Habits. It's not about being a millionaire. It's about the millions you make within inside of being successful for yourself. These are not about money. These are all about you and understanding how you can set yourself up to win in life. I just finished that too. I've read the only book I haven't read here, guys, and I'm in the middle of is this one right here. I've read every other one.
And most of them are probably highlighted and you have notes in the binder.
Of course.
Yes. And that's part of the key, guys. Remember that. That's actually part of the key. That's a real gold bar is write it down. Because if you're not writing it down, it's really hard to remember.
Understand where you're going. If you don't succeed, try again. If that doesn't work, keep trying till you find something that does. Failing is what happens right before you succeed. 100%. And if you're nervous, you're having problems, that means you're coming through a breakthrough. Do it. Step into that heroic, unique identity, who you are, and be amazing. And
that's why you did a push-up and a big leap down into a valley is exact.
I set an anchor when I did that. I was going to push myself into this next real life that I've been pushing. I just spent 3 years retraining my brain. You guys have all seen it. I've lost 92 pounds. I completely transformed my life. So can you. A dog can be a dog. A cat can be a cat. A tree can be a tree. But you, a human, can be anything you want to be. It takes that. And you can lead a completely different life to your choice of who you want to be. And that means stepping into your heroic, unique identity and being good for others. If you want to be an outlaw, you know what? But if you want to be good and you want to thrive to survive and help other people with their growth, healing passes it forward, giving gives back, right? There's 3 ways to our soul, guys. We all need to be seen. We all want to be understood. We all want to feel safe. What we're all looking for in life is attention, appreciation, and presence. Remember, it's all about caring, sharing, and community. Ken, you losing weight?
Me? It depends on the day, man. Depends on the day. Depends on the stress.
Every day, but where are you right now?
Where am I right now? Actually, I haven't stepped on a scale in a long time.
Well, you should. This is how you get to know your optics. That's where we do everything.
Are you telling me I'm getting fat or skinny, man?
You know that you've lost some weight. I can see it in you. That's it. I'm just acknowledging where you're going and what you've been doing, and I just want to appreciate your world and say thank you for actually stepping up. We've lost a few people. I see we've lost what's going on. We don't know where Dale is. He's not dead. We can tell you that much. There's no suicide note. Or did we mention that?
No, we actually hadn't mentioned Dale since he disappeared off the face of the planet, and we haven't heard from him. We heard that there was something was
They already
said
said
on
something.
IG or something, and you know, I don't pay that
We
much
saw a
attention
bunch of
to
stuff
social.
that apparently he had passed away, and
Yeah.
we don't have that confirmation. So we're wishing him the best, and hopefully that growth just keep going on with his life, because he's done a lot of great things. He's done a
Yeah.
lot of good things. And you know what? We all make mistakes, and we learn from those mistakes, and we got to understand that. If you're watching there, brother, I know you're watching, because that's what we do. Step up. Guess what? 20% of the problem, 80% of solutions, man. If you haven't made a mistake, you're lying.
And lots of mistakes, you know, in life, you know. That's part of growing, though. If you don't make, but the thing is, you have to step out of yourself to make the mistake, because if you're just living in that rut and never moving forward, well, you know, you never make a mistake, right? But when you push yourself and you become who you're supposed to be, then you're making mistakes because you're trying something new.
I always say, I wrote this down yesterday. Be an identity shifter. Understand other people's worlds. Understand their vocabulary and what they're saying. Understand their needs and understand where they're coming from. How about that, guys? Because that's really what we're looking at. Jerry wanted to understand their world, be an identity shifter for others. Have the permission to do more. Ask for permission. Just ask, hey, can I do more for you? Hey, can I help you? Hey, is there something I might be able to help you out with? Say no, say, okay. That smile and that thumb will help somebody tremendously. Amazing. A simple smile changes everything, guys. And the international language, because I'm in so many foreign countries, I was in 4 countries in one day. They all speak different languages, but everybody knew this.
Thumbs up. Yeah. Basic language, man.
Really make a change for somebody? Yes. So support stores, support locals, support the community, support yourself. Store owners need the community. Licensed producers need the store owners. And we need all of them in order for us to get what we need. Because a lot of us can't grow our own. A lot of us have no idea what cannabis is and then how to use it. The education that we're getting from legalization. We are a G7 country. We're the only G7 country that is fully legal. How about that? In the world. They just approved we can have outdoor patio smoking lounges.
Oh, cool. Cool. Well, I know the first in Calgary.
So popping up everywhere. We're going to have outdoor patio smoking lounges, private indoor smoking parties. I am allowed to give away weed all day long. I am allowed to sell tickets to a party and give away weed. I can sell an event party and give away free booze, because you can do that all fucking day long. I found all these nice little treats that we can understand and learn, guys. You're allowed to give away. They give away thousands of permits to give away for alcohol consumption for this. And understand, you can use ChatGTP to ask, by the way, because I've already printed it out if you want to know. I have all the prompts that you're going to need to know so you can work within your community. Want to ask me? Send me a message. Get a hold of me, johnberfelo.com. Call Ken. Say, Ken, I want to get a hold of John.
Well, and I do have a link in the description for people that want to reach out to me at any time. You know, you can reach out. I got a Calendly link down there.
So I already have 420 event for Canada Day. We have to give weed away all day long. Events is about education, understanding. Connect with the community and the industry today. 1 billion grams in storage right now. How can we give that to people? Ask your community. Ask how you can serve. Go to your local municipality. It's legal. Ask questions. Questions are the lazy of human consciousness. They concentrate our focus. They determine what we feel and do.
Yeah, exactly.
Fellow enthusiasts, good afternoon, South Nelson Farms. Yes. I love Nelson. All these small communities all have licensed producers and store owners. Go talk to them. They want to be on your side. Hold an event for those store owners and for those places.
Yeah. And it's like
My producer is working on a property for smoking cannabis laws. It's going to revolutionize our state slowly but surely. Right on, Mark. I love hearing that. You guys can all step into that. This is what we want to hear. This is what we want to see. In Canada, we have a complete legal platform. The only thing you cannot do is sell it unless you are a store owner who has a legal license or you're a licensed producer that can produce it and sell it. If you're a homeowner, you can grow 4 plants. If you are a medical patient, you can grow whatever is on your license. And you can give that weed. The patients can't give the weed away, by the way.
No.
But I'm allowed to have 4 plants, and I'm allowed to have 4 plants that I'm allowed to give away, by the way.
Yep.
Because that's my recreational part, right?
And you can give that away all day long.
42 plants. You know, I love my number 42. They gave me that in 2010. 14 years ago. It's like, John, you can have 142 plants. I'm like,
cool.
All day long. Then I get an extra 4. That's when we have the 4 outdoor feminized run.
Yeah,
Mike will be going his 4 outdoors, and that's one thing about Feminized Seeds, guys. And this is the best thing about it. Get a hold of me. You have no idea. I'll just send you a seed. You pay for shipping because I just can't afford it anymore. To be honest, I love you. Or we get 710 cannot keep my ship time, but it's all going to go through me. So make sure you contact and say, what can we get you growing? What is the best way for you to start growing, and how can we help you grow here in Canada? If you're in another country, well, if we're going to find someone in that country to help you understand the laws of what you can do. Because there's a medical platform in every country that you can grow if you're medical. No matter where you are in this world, there's a law put on through World Health Organization, which is the WHO, that says cannabis can be used for medical research and scientific research. Medical and scientific research. That is the legal part of cannabis in this world.
Yeah.
So if you're in the States and we have all these states that are saying it's legal, it's not. It's federal system, so it's still a gray area. Be careful. Just saying. The feds control. Uruguay, you can do anything you want in Uruguay. You can smoke weed, you can do crack cocaine. They don't give a shit, man. Everything's legal. They have the lowest crime rate in the world.
Go figure, huh? Yep, go figure.
Isn't that pretty amazing when we take a look at where we are? I love this. Open up my page. The PPP. The People Push for People.
Cool.
Right? With Johnny B, empowering future pacing today's industry, coaching for the individuals is back. I just keep writing things. Whatever I can do to kind of offer some kind of push.
Positive lookout.
Well, events are how we connect. Go to where they are. If you want something, go to where they are. That's why people are coming to my house. They're coming here. I said, if you want something, come to me. Boop, make a show up. Ken showed up. You came to my house, and look what's happened now. Look where we are today. Ken came to my house to do a show called the OG Power Hour. Yeah. We were on Cannabis Future Project. And we had good talks about that show. Yeah. We don't have to say what we talked about, but we're the reason why we're here right now, right, Ken?
Yeah. And Mr. Bruce, don't forget Bruce, because he's what led us together.
He was part of that.
Yeah.
You know what?
Because I got him on that show.
This beautiful universe put us together. The universe put 2 people together that knew they can make change. The universe knew we can make change. The universe will put you beside the right people at the right time at the right place. You just got to understand what the universe is doing for you. Yeah. Because it does amazing things for all of us. And it really puts us in that way of being able to really step up and say, create a vision and never let the environment or other people's beliefs or limits believe what you've done and shape you in the past. You can do it. You have the ability to do whatever you choose you want to do. It's called choice.
And it's inside of you. Every single person.
If you want to sit at home and watch TV, complain about the world, then that's a choice that you just made. Yeah. If you want to step up and grow your world and start with a daily ritual, a daily routine, by simply when you get out of bed, the first thing I do, guys, is go, be outstanding. Today's going to be a successful day. I'm going to learn something new. And I do 20 push-ups. And I started with 2.
And not that long ago, John. This is a transformation that's been absolutely amazing, brother.
You know what the real transformation was?
What?
When I decided to eat that beautiful brownie instead of taking pharmaceutical drugs and felt that change inside of me, understanding how cannabis was truly my real medicine. 2005.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. June 23rd, 2005, I fell 20 feet into concrete. You know what I realized? When I did that push-up on that platform 17 years ago, they saved my life. And I was doing a push-up. And I cried, knowing that I had just completely stepped into a whole new world. I'm ziplining over the Zimbabwe Canyon. You haven't even seen that shit. 16 zip lines. Ziplining. After I did the dive, I screw it with ziplining now. And then whitewater river rafting.
Yeah.
And they said I would not walk by the time I was 50. I'd be in a wheelchair. And at 51 years old, I'm on the Zimbabwe River, whitewater river rafting, bungee jumping, and watching the sunset looking at Victoria Falls.
Yeah.
So if I would have believed what they told me, do you think I would have been able to live the life I'm living right now? Anybody here?
Hell no, man. Hell no.
Believe in you. Believe in that growth that you have within inside of you.
It's all in here.
The planting of a seed is what started my life.
Mm-hmm.
The plant of growth. Cannabis saved my life 100%.
Yeah.
That man showed me right there, Dr. Paul Hornby. And I came back to be at Liam Hornby's wedding. Not go to Berlin. Everybody thought I was going to Berlin. But you know what was more important to me? Paul's son was getting married.
Yeah.
That to me, it only happens once.
Mm-hmm.
I know how much he's in love because I know how much Paul was in love with his wife, Darlene. And they've been together since they were in high school. Kids through college. I know the whole story about Dr. Hornby and his motivation. And watching his kids be able to grow into that. And watching you guys grow into where you're growing. Wow.
It's an amazing thing, man. It's an amazing thing.
It's amazing how far we are able to push each other by simply asking questions. What are you growing today? What do you need from us? How can we help you?
Yeah.
I love it.
It's all about caring, sharing, and community. You know, if we're not helping our community and we're not growing that community, then we're not doing things that we could be doing.
I keep trying to change communities and changing the world, and we don't say that word. I'm trying to really get over that word BUT. It really second guesses everything we do. And if everybody helps somebody, we'll make true change. You right there, right now, can go and help somebody.
Dad just had to wind the clock, man. You said it's 100 years old, John.
This is 5th generation.
Yeah.
This is my dad's, my opa's father's father.
Yeah.
My opa's father died in 1887.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have been his father's clock.
Yeah.
Who made it?
Oh, he made it. Nice.
Early 1800s. It's a family. It's 5th generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm only 52, and you know what? I'm young. So they see Johnny B running around one day. Who knows?
You never know, man. You just never
know.
We
don't know. But one thing we do know is growth happens.
Yeah.
Growth happens with you.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, growing into this next season of growth and really pushing the next limits, doing the 5,000 seed microgreen is really hard. People do not want to give up seeds that they figure are worth lots of money. In reality, a seed's not worth anything, guys. What comes from that seed is where the knowledge and the real money comes from. What you grow from that seed. So we have a false belief that the seeds are worth $100 a piece or $500 a piece for that genetic. Really making that change right now and pushing the governments for no seed limit is the real next phase. Because if I'm doing microgreens from my nutrition, from my health, and from my spinal cord injuries, and especially for Haley, for her non-hyperglycemic events, which has to do with a lot of brain function, and that's actually cured. Haley's posting this. You go to Cheryl Rose on Facebook, you can read all about what's going on with her daughter. Hasn't been able to go to the house for years, and she kind of went out on July 1st because she was able to, principally choosing the medicine and understanding what nutrition we're getting from the leaf, what we're going to get from that seedling, from that beginning stages of the cannabis plant. Because remember, understand, we can use all stages of this plant through growth. All stages, guys. You can leave the leaf. We can use the sprout. We can use the root. We can use the bud. We can use the flower. Look at how many parts of this plant we can use for ourselves and for others, and show others how we can use the plant. Self-growth is going to be a key importance for our future. Yeah. Do you want a machine growing your food for your kids?
No.
Thank you. Do you want your life being governed by someone else that's going to deliver what you need? And if that breaks down and they decide they don't want to feed you, you have no access to food? Do you want to be controlled by food and water that they give you so you actually are able to survive?
I don't want that world, man. I just don't want that world.
You guys are thinking that will never happen.
Oh, we're this close.
If you don't do something now, that will happen in the future. Because how do you control the world's population? Through food and water. That's why they're buying up all the land and controlling the water. It's not about now. It's about the future you, the future generations of you. There's 497 ancestral bloods in my veins, 497 other people talking to me every day, at every minute, every sound that I make.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that that 498th person has the ability to keep growing, or 499, 500. How about that 4,200 person in my blood? Because as we keep growing, we keep leaving behind what information and knowledge for the next generation. Exactly. What we leave behind when we leave this world is knowledge. Knowledge for the next generation for growth. That's why we have cell phones. That's why we have this book. That's why I'm talking on a computer, and that's why I haven't done a dab yet, Ken.
I know, but you were just on such a roll, okay? And you got 2 of those. I don't know why you didn't have one prepped at least, before the show.
And I think I did in the beginning, didn't I? That's okay.
No, we went straight into push-ups. You were late. You came in late, remember? So yeah, I did just do a dab and just relax. There you go. Blow some smoke at me. And actually, YouTube likes that when you don't smoke at the beginning of the show. They kind of like that better. So,
Well, these dab backs
10 minutes. No swearing for 10 minutes, okay? The first 10 minutes.
Being happy doesn't mean everything is perfect, guys. It means you've decided to be where you are.
Yeah. Yeah. It's choice. It's all your choice. You're the only one that truly controls you. Don't let other people do it, man. Take control of your own life. That's what John has done.
About really good things. And what's really interesting is what you're able to do. Anybody here not growing weed? Anybody here need to learn how to grow weed? Anybody here need a seed so they can grow from seed? I like your background, Ken. Ken is awesome. Ken's got an amazing background. Ken, let's talk about your background right now.
Well, actually, she's looking at the picture I have as my background.
I want to talk about your background right now.
It's a Zen garden that I found online. Peace, tranquility. I meditate every day. And this is why, because I get in touch.
He doesn't take any THC. He only takes CBD.
Oh, piss off. I love you, brother. I was actually smoking some of your pink goo today. Okay. Nice. So, yeah, I was enjoying that before the show, right?
You know what's really nice about having these dab X's? Check this out.
Okay. Yeah. So a 2-fisted dabber. Which one do I do? What's loaded in which one? Like you haven't even talked about that, John. Like
this one might be empty, so I'll have to go on this one. I'm on the BHO train right now, guys.
Okay, well, for maybe we're gonna have people in the future that don't have a clue what the hell BHO stands for, John. So maybe you better explain it.
Live, present. When everybody thought was hash is Death Bubble. No, sorry, pre-98.
Yeah.
This was the stadium that you guys all saw in the videos that we were doing at my friend's place. And I helped him out tremendously because that's what John does, right? Like Gastown Genetics, you take a look at his garden, what he's doing. And I love Gastown because he took the knowledge that I went and talked to him about and he applied it. And he don't know he applied it. He's killing it.
Exactly.
Killing it.
Go figure, huh? Oh, somebody listen to somebody.
I do a lot of light testing, water activity testing. These are key, crucial things you're going to look at while growing. How much daily light integrals, how much PAR, how much really want to get into it is the photons or the food to your plant for growth. So photosynthetic flux density, PPFD, PAR, and then DLI, daily light integrals, and understanding your vapor pressure deficit inside your room is taking a look at how your plants grow. Then we look at the curing process and we look at 3 different ways of curing. And here's your true option. There's relative humidity in your room. There's moisture content in your bud. And then there's the amount of active water in the container that's keeping it fresh. And understanding those 3 elements and how we grow forward is really a key in understanding how you can cure and grow your own. And this is my ability to show you. I don't have to show you. I could tell you. I don't have to write notes because I've been doing this for the last 35 years. I just breathe it. And one thing I've done and learned that if you do this over and over and over again, what gets done behind closed doors and what you do in private over years gets rewarded in public for what your ability to knowledge and what you've obtained.
Yeah.
One thing I've seen, and I have a box of weed there right now that talks about all of that dry ass weed that you remember used to try and roll. You couldn't roll it. There's no way you could roll it. So you had to put it in a pipe or you vaporized it. I know a lot of people love that. That's what I call grade C or grade 3 or whatever grade you want to call it. And it's always been a water activity between 29, 30% to like 40%, 42%. Yeah. There's always this 10 fluctuation. I'm trying to find this exact real number. But I've had weed as low as 29% from organogram was like dust. I've had Tilray at 38. We've had Aurora at 36. We've seen this. You cannot roll. It doesn't roll. It's too dry.
Yeah. It's just
when you have that weed that rolls, it burns pretty quick. It's that coffee break joint. You know the one I'm talking about. You got to burn a joint quickly. It's got flavor. It kind of hurts the throat because it's a little dry, but it burns quickly. Yeah. And you do not want that dank, and that's grade B. That has always been consistently. And I test it like crazy, and you'll see all of the evidence. Between about 46 to 55, 54% water activity, AW. Normally it's about the 53, 54. When you get into that 55, it's nice and it moves like sand. You know the one I'm talking about? When you go to roll it and it rolls perfectly. Yeah. And it's just fantastic. Between 55 to 63, 64% consistently. That burns for 20 minutes. It's smooth on the throat and it's tasty, unless it's not flushed properly. Yeah. But we're seeing consistencies with water activity. So I call it grade A, B, and C, or 1, 2, 3. I now give you a true choice on grading cannabis around the world. Not by cultivar and not by strain, by simply the water activity in the container that keeps the cannabis fresh, or it keeps it dry for your pipes and your vaporizing, or it keeps you when you got that, you need that quick joint and just that one that you like the flavor. There's flavor in all of them, by the way. They all give you what you need. But that old weed that you don't like smoking, you vaporize is killer. All my old weed goes great in a vaporizer. You can vaporize it all day long because you don't taste it. You just get the vape. Yeah. Understand that. So the weed of 8 years, you put in the vaporizer. Oh my God, is it ever tasty? It's beautiful. I have some sativas that I've been curing since 2014. Threw it in the volcanoes. Like, what happened? Why? Because the plant matter has been hosting its place for it to settle, to sleep. And now you can vaporize the true essence of what you're trying to obtain. So we start grading cannabis by water activity and by storage and where it is. That billion grams of storage just needs a grade C attached to it now.
Yeah.
And the fresh stuff needs a grade A or a 1 or whatever you want to call it, because you don't want to call it A because people think, oh, it's A bud. It might not be A bud. So we'll grade it as grade level 2242. Whatever. I don't care. You hear what I'm saying? We give it 3 types of choice.
Yeah.
And that gives true option. And I tell you right now, if you went into a store and you had MediCush and they gave you A, B, and C, or 1, 2, 3, would you try all 3 just to see which one worked?
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because each
Now you have
one's
two
going to
choice.
affect you different.
Now you feel significant when you're buying. You got certainty you're going to find what you're looking for. You're getting uncertainty and variety for inside that jar. You're feeling love and connection you're getting from it, and you want to contribute where you don't smoke. 6 human needs. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. You know what? I have a lot of stuff going on today, Ken. I see it is 11 o'clock, so we actually hit our 1 hour power hour. And today's just been a beautiful day of being able to talk out loud with you, my friend. I really appreciate you. You just let me just kind of ramble here for an hour.
Well, you've got so much to say, and it makes so much sense because, like, I love common sense, and what you're talking is common sense. But, guys, we'll catch you next week. We've got Leah Oram on this afternoon on the Soil Matters.
So we used to have guests on our show, but we don't have that anymore. So why don't we bring on some of these people that you're having on your Soil Matter show with our OG Power Hour show too, and we can double up on them some days and really go down that rabbit hole and find out. Let's talk more about curing cannabis over the next little bit, or talk about growing outdoors for the summertime. Let's live in the now and give them what they need. So we're going into the summertime. Plants are getting hot. How much water are you feeding? What nutrients are you giving it? Because they're going to start going into flower pretty soon. We're going to start seeing a change. Heat, what's going on with that? Talk about that with what the soil matters, because what's in the soil and what matters in the soil is what we show on top, right?
Well, I've got an interesting video I might show you clips of next week of some really interesting flower and some things changing at a genetic level earlier, plants going earlier into flower by 10 days. So check it out, guys. That's next week. Don't forget, Wednesdays is Andy Lopez and myself on Gardens, The Untold Story. And now we've got Luna Whitcomb with the Luna Files every Thursday. And we might be coming up with a Friday show. We'll have to check it out here. Hopefully people get back to me and we actually do start a Friday show, which you guys love. Anyway, guys, we'll catch you.